feeling helpless is not the same thing as not being helpful. So when things are happening and you feel like there's nothing you can do to impact the thing that's happening, someone is getting sick, someone is aging and dying, someone got hurt, someone, on the other side of the world, there's an event happening and, it's important to you, but what can you do about it? That very much makes you feel like you are outside of being able to have any impact. The truth is that doing nothing different in your normal day is a choice. It is you doing something, right? If you are a student and war breaks out in your home country somewhere else, your job is to continue being a student. Right. There is nothing you can do that is going to help your homeland if you quit school and then start drinking too much or getting angry or drowning yourself in self-pity, right? You quitting school to get on a plane to go fight in the homeland isn't actually helping anybody in the homeland because you're not a soldier. You're a student, right? The best thing you can do is continue being a student. Sometimes when somebody in our family gets ill and starts to decline, and you're a mom or a dad and you provide a source of income because you're an accountant or an attorney or an IT programmer, like you want to rush home and be with the person who's getting sick. You want to rush home and be with the person who's ailing. But why? What are you going to do? If you quit your job, then you're cutting off the income stream that feeds your family. If you leave the family, then you're taking away the one person. If you're the mom or the dad or the husband or the wife, you are critical to your partner. You are critical to your children.
Right.
When you rush off from that critical capacity to go sit at the right-hand side of your aging aunt or your uncle or your mother or your father, right? You are actually not helping them because you're not a nurse, you're not a doctor, you're not a medical professional. You may not even be offering them any sort of like support or encouragement because they're surrounded by other family that are not actively being mothers and fathers and husbands and wives.
Right.
So the way that you help that person is by staying where you are and doing the thing you do every day and being the conduit that helps your children and your partner understand your sorrow, your sadness, because now the whole family is experiencing this together. If you leave, they're on their own. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand why or how, grandma or grandpa is on the decline. So it's really interesting because people oftentimes mistake helpful with helpless. Helpless is when you feel like you can't impact the events happening somewhere else. And oftentimes you're right. You cannot impact them in a positive way. Even if you were to throw yourself into the middle of a disaster relief effort, right? If another hurricane hits in Florida, my love, and I quit making content for Everyday Spy and throw myself into the fray, all I'm doing is I'm taking all of my strong skill sets and I'm leaving them behind so that I can go do something that I'm only partially good at, right? Running water or making Band-Aids or feeding children, feeding homeless people or people who have lost their home. That's not the thing that I'm the best at. There's somebody else who's better at that. What I should really do is everything I can to create more content about the disaster, to get people to support the disaster in their own way, right? That I've got to maximize my impact by doing the thing I do every day, to be helpful and not be helpless. If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip or here to see the full podcast episode.